Okay, so we'll get started. First, I wanted to just start with news and announcements. Some of you have heard about these just from being at Super Saturday the other day, which I thought was awesome. Robin, did you enjoy that one? I thought that was one of the better ones. Yeah. Yeah, I saw you were muted.
I loved it.
Me too. I thought it was really good. Okay, so the first thing that is super important, and I don't want any of you guys to disregard, is the Success Club trip. January 19th is the registration, and it's Punta Cana. Don't think that in a year from now you can't be there, because we all absolutely can. So at a minimum, I remember last time when we had to register for the cruise, it was a little window of time before it booked out. And so I don't know the exact time that it opens for us. I just have January 19th on my calendar. So the minute registration opens, just be like on guard with your computer and register. Because for nothing else, I don't believe there's any money at that point to register.
No, there's not, but the cruise sold out within like 10 minutes. Remember, I couldn't get on. I was closed out.
You could have, but your stupid computer had those problems. Remember? You were on with me.
Yeah.
That was
what I'm saying is when I finally did get on, it was sold out within 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So the beauty of this is they have 2 waves. And
right.
So we'll have, I think, a little more
That's true.
chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
David said on his call the other night, most of his team who was already able to sign up because they got early registration signed up for the second wave. And the second wave is the one that falls over the weekend. So I think that probably is the one I'd want to sign up for too.
Right.
Because then it would be less chance of conflict with kids, or, you could bring the kids too. That's just an additional cost. So that's up to you. But definitely put that on. These trips are awesome. Denise and I went on the Cancun one last year. And when I say they do everything, you do not take your wallet out. I never even needed to take my purse.
She made me pay for everything.
Shut up, I did not. Hi, Gail.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Gail.
And so we have, that was funny. They do everything. I mean, the food is awesome. The entertainment's awesome. They have the workouts. But these trips, different than Summit and all, they're true vacations. So, yes, they did offer a couple little, I think they did. Am I confused? They did offer a few workshops, right? Didn't we go to some?
No, we didn't go to any workshops, just the workouts.
You sure?
I don't
remember. We didn't go
really
see like something on size, and Sean T was told, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They weren't workshops. They were
No,
just.
but I mean mini little panels if you wanted to get, and of course we went because it was Sean T. But so it's just fun stuff, and it's truly a vacation. You're not expected to do a thing work-wise. So get on the wait list or register. So that's the 19th. The second thing is the digital unlock for Beachbody On Demand is a new feature now. So what I'm understanding is that you can go on Beachbody On Demand, and if you don't, if I wanted to buy T25, but I didn't want to buy the DVDs, it would be a reduced rate because they don't have to package it and all. And I could buy T25 and be able to digitally unlock it and be able to activate it.
Is that for the whole program, or is it just workouts?
No, that's to buy the program that way. So I think this is the way. Remember when they first started Beachbody On Demand, we said, how are they going to get away with not doing videos anymore? I think this is how you transition to never having videos again. So this, I think, is that part of that. So be aware of that in case you get questions about that. The challenge packs this month are still hammer and chisel. As you know, they extended that for $160, and then 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. So that's sort of where I'm going. 21 Day Fix is just so glad I ended up doing that in that challenge group months back, because I never gave it enough credit. But that's just an awesome one that almost everyone could fit that category. So I'm glad that one's on sale, because my point of saying that was that this month I'm really focusing on that one, especially because it's on sale and it seems to work for most people. Team Cup is coming up February 1st. Registration, I want to say, begins the 18th. And it's 5 people on a team. Only one of them can be diamond. So start thinking about people underneath you that you could, put a team together. And this is an opportunity to, as some of us know, it allows us to just continue what we're doing today, our regular 3 vital behaviors, but with a little bit of a support accountability group. So it's like a mini accountability group, like our challenge group, for our everyday tasks. And so a lot of people take full advantage of this, and this is where they help elevate each other and get them to the next level. They end up hitting higher success club levels because you could even have little mini contests in your group to say, okay, who's going to invite the most no's today? Who's going to go for invite the most people today? Who's going to get the most no's? And, you can have little prizes just like you do in the challenge group. So there will be whoever's going to be the team captain would be organizing this. And you just make it fun and you get through the month with the team spirit. And then you get prizes depending on how many Success Club points you get at the end. So go ahead and start getting that out and maybe put a little email out to some of your folks to see about recruiting some people to join you. But it's 5 people, come up with a team name, and I think it's as early as January 18th, but it begins for the month of February. Okay, anything else? And I think that's pretty much the major stuff that's on the news, the breaking news. The next Super Saturday is March. No, it's not. It's April, I forget, 6th, whatever that Saturday is. So let me look. April 2nd. Is that right? I think it is. So we want to go ahead and make sure that I know that sounds far out, but just put it down as a reminder so you don't schedule anything else, because those are great. And then the other thing too is Summit. So again, Gail, did you get on the wait list for that?
I think I did.
Okay.
That was a few months ago, I think.
All right. Double check and make sure you're on that. That's for the Nashville one.
We talked about that.
At Panera. Yeah, we talked about it, and I just didn't know if you got your name on there.
I think I did that Sunday. So
oh, good.
I'll double check.
Okay. And then Robin, we're all good, right? So I don't want to go off on a tangent, but we'll figure out rooming and stuff, because that's going to be here before we know it. And so we got to figure out. Denise said she saw some rooms opened up.
Yeah, some rooms opened up at the Omni. That's where the whole event is, right?
Well,
this is a primary.
Yeah, if they're doing it the same way as last year, that would be close to everything. That would be great. That would be my first pick.
You think that rather than getting a house?
No, but I mean, out of a hotel, that would be my first pick, I think. But I would be up to whatever makes sense financially and proximity, in my mind. So we'll get back to you guys with what we find. And then if you have others on your team who want to join us, we could, hold a couple blocks of that. But we'll start figuring out what makes sense for us first as far as availability, and then we could share that with everyone else. As far as recognition, it's still early in the month, so we're all plugging away here. I see Amanda Smith. She has helped with getting one person healthy and fit for the new year. Laura Carter has already helped 2 people. I have 1 person that I've helped. And then Denise has 2 people that she's helped. So we're well on our way. We have I guess we're halfway through now. And so we want to plug along and keep, helping more and more and getting them into our groups and starting the year strong. So hopefully all those folks that thought they were going to give it a go on their own with their resolutions are realizing they need us. And so we'll be there for them to kick it into high gear with our February groups too. So that is it. Awesome work so far. Any questions about anything before I go over what we were going to talk about?
Teresa's trying to log in. She said she's having a problem with her computer, so wait 1 second maybe.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've not seen anybody brag about the new coffee shake.
About what?
The new coffee shake.
Well, we didn't have it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Laura, they didn't have it there, right?
They had it at the beginning.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I didn't get it, but I knew a girl that went that I was going to try and connect with and didn't get a chance to, and she said that she had it before.
Well, I mean, everyone is there's no way I love coffee. I could have anything coffee. So this is going to be my new favorite, I think. But so I went to Saturday thinking that it was going to be at the end. They always have it. And we got there late because of parking, and I wasn't sure. I saw the blenders and all, so Denise was assuming maybe they did it before, but I didn't hear about it.
It opened at like 1:30 or 1:15 or something. So
Oh.
Hey, Teresa.
Hello.
Oh, I don't see her. Hi, Teresa.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing all right. I'm a little bit tired, but
All right. I'm glad you're with us. Okay, so let's see here. So Gail, to answer your question, that's why, because none of us had it.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be delicious, and it's available now. And I think I remember Carl talking about it. I forget what it was. Was it on the Surge maybe? And they were saying it's equivalent.
A few people mentioned it, and that's when I was kind of getting a little worried about.
Oh.
So do you think, will they have can you get can you buy samples or something?
I ordered the barista box. It's chocolate, vanilla, and coffee.
Okay, I saw that. I saw they had that, so.
That's what I got.
Probably what I'll do.
I just got the whole big box of the cafe. I figured I could give it out as samples too. A lot of people are going to want samples, so, and then if I like it, I was going to
That's a good idea.
box too. Yeah.
No, I can't imagine. I mean, I'd be shocked if I didn't like it. But I had, what was I going to say about that? I think Carl on the Surge was saying how it equates to a little less, it has the caffeine feeling of a cup of coffee. So that could be good too. It will probably reduce the amount that I drink. I know I drink a lot. So that could be a good perk too. Okay, so now that we have Teresa, what I am going to do for our next, I'm going to share my screen. So let's see here. Where is it? All right, what should I start? Laura, based on what we talked about yesterday, do you think the posts make sense more, or do the calendar first?
I would do the posts because that's simple.
All right. Okay. Can you guys, let me see if I can clean some of this up. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, if I minimize this and maximize that. Okay, good?
Yep.
Okay. So what Laura and I were saying is we're trying to make it as easy as possible for ourselves and everyone underneath us, because what tends to happen is we have so much information, and I think we have our vital behaviors, and then we get paralyzed because we don't know where to start. And so we thought if we put a calendar together to help almost spoon feed everyone with, like, when you get to your desk. Wait, you said post. I'm doing the wrong one. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
When we get to our desk, we don't have to feel like we're paralyzed. Because I know sometimes myself,
That's right.
That is the post one that you have up there.
Right, yeah, now I do. Before it was a calendar.
Well, not on my screen. This has been up the whole time. But anyhow, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So we find that sometimes I'll get to my desk and I'll be like, oh shoot. And I'll feel like almost under the gun that I got to post something, and then I get derailed, and then you find yourself scrolling Facebook, and it's all Those are all time suckers that we never ever even want to go to. So I thought if we could put a little, and again, you don't have to stick to this, take what works for you. And it doesn't have to be etched in stone with how I put it. I was just trying to come up with a formula that made the most sense of what I was trying to achieve here. Post on the left side. Those are the kinds of things, in addition to our own life and our hobbies and the other things. These are Beachbody kind of healthy things. But then, obviously that's not all we're posting about. We have to insert our own family and life. But that you can take care of on your own. These, I wanted to try to say, and tell me if I'm missing anything. Like, we want to always have a motivation. We want to have a workout of our, a picture of our workout somewhere. Random questions are good because that gets people to respond. It's open-ended and people, that's where you get a lot of likes and comments. Transformations, recipes, stuff about highlighting our fitness group, whether it's announcing that a new fitness group is starting and we're so proud of our challengers, or success stories from our fitness group, just something about it. Not even, this doesn't even mean soliciting for it. It just means, planting the seeds about what we do. We like to celebrate our coaches. We like to have something with nutrition or fitness tip. And again, we've seen that in the challenge group. You could Google something, and even if we don't know the exact answer, whether it's a water thing or any little tip, eating 5 meals a day, whatever it is. A shake recipe, about food shopping, meal prep, anything with a healthy lifestyle, and then a fun shake fact. Like, there's a bunch of stuff on the Shakeology website, and they have those little fun little, pictures of like a what am I thinking? Like maca root, and then it will say, what that does for your health or something. So those are the things I came up with. Is there anything glaringly missing from that? Or does that sound like I captured?
No, I think you covered pretty much everything there.
All right, so starting with that, what I was trying to do here is to put each day of the week and say, like Monday, I just felt like Monday, Motivation Monday sort of goes together. And you start the work week out showing that you'd never miss a Monday, so a workout picture, and then like an random question. So I figured Monday, those three just worked in my mind. So that way, if you have a sheet in front of you and you stand and it's Monday, you don't have to be like all over the place. It just, I felt like narrowed the scope for you so that you could focus and be like, okay, I know on Monday I have to do, these would be 3 great posts to cover for that day. And then Tuesday, I thought transformation, whether it's a transformation we've had, a challenger has had, or the ones that are always posted on Beachbody. I thought a recipe and maybe a nutrition or fitness tip. Like I said, these aren't etched in stone, so I was just playing around with that. But I thought something like this. Wednesday, something about the fitness group and maybe a healthy lifestyle. Thursday, a random question. Thursday for sure would be when we celebrate coaches, because that's when they would advance and rake on Thursday. Everything changes for us. But I don't want you guys to think too that, because we're still a new team, so obviously not every week are we going to have emeralds and diamonds, but let's make sure we don't miss the small victories. If somebody sold their first challenge pack, or got their first coach, or ran their first challenge group, or finished their Coach Basics, something like that. Maybe they're a graduate of Coach Basics. So obviously, if you're going to celebrate them and do a post, you'd want to share it on their wall. You'd want to celebrate them, and you probably wouldn't do a post to the general public saying they sold their challenge pack. They don't know what that means. But you could turn it into like, okay, so-and-so has inspired one person, got her first person to inspire or motivate to a healthy lifestyle, or, put some wording around it so it makes sense. So that I would say for Thursday for sure, because that's just when rank advancements happen. And then a shake recipe. So when you look this way, I was just thinking at least once a week, have a shake recipe or some kind of subliminal shake. At Super Saturday, the one girl, was it Megan or one of them, was saying how she always has these posts where she doesn't necessarily even mention the shake, but the shake or cup or something will be in the background. So, but anyway, so with this, a shake recipe for Thursday is what I put. And then Friday, I was trying to say a workout pick, another recipe, fun shake fact. Maybe a recipe could be geared towards the weekend, if it's Super Bowl, fun, things like that, or a healthier cocktail or, so day appropriate, I guess. Saturday, ask a random question, maybe food shopping and prepping for the weekend, and something showing your healthy lifestyle, what you do on the weekends. And then Sunday, mostly meal prep. And then I didn't really fill in much more. That's sort of our free day. So does something like that make sense and seem like that would help us? Would that be valuable?
Oh, I think so. Absolutely. I know a lot of times I can't think of what to post, and I'm like you said, just wasting time scrolling through Pinterest and trying to get some ideas. So that's good. It generalizes it for you, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and like I say, if you have something that works better, as far as what I was trying to say is, you doing your workout 2 times a week. I personally don't care which 2 days you pick, but whatever works for you. I just felt like, maybe another motivation, somewhere. But something that's where it's like, I wanted to give you 3 freebies kind of thing, and then you sprinkle in your own little flair too, and then keep us focused. So that was the point of this. Now, keep in mind, it's like an onion with different layers. So this is one part, but the base of everything that we do is the business activity tracker. And so that's where we stay on track every single day for consistency, to make sure we're doing, the personal development, the inviting, the follow-up, and being proof the product works. So this, then with the inviting and all of that, you want to make sure you're doing your social media posts so people know you exist. So this is another layer, but the business activity tracker, I still would say, without doubt, is the foundation of our everyday to-dos. So this would just layer on top of that. So that's that. Any questions, thoughts, any ways, things that are missing or?
I think this is great because I never know what to post. And I know you're supposed to post like 3 to 5 tons a day and stuff so that you can build from there and people are supposed to be watching you on Facebook, but I never know what to post. And I feel like I post the same things over and over and over again.
Okay, good. I'm glad. So like I said, let's experiment with this. As we're doing this, if we get, a wake-up call, or like, ooh, here's a category we're missing, or, let's just see how this works and give us feedback. And if we can get a master, I'll put this, I think I already did. I put this in our coaches page. And let's share this with our team and use this as a template. And like I said, we can modify and use it as you see fit, but use it as a starting point, because I think that might just eliminate that paralysis that sometimes happens when we overthink things. So, okay, cool. So that's that. And then, okay, let's see here. Okay, can you guys all see this now, the calendar?
No, it's still the posts.
Bring your shared window to front. How do I do that? Wait, share, no. It's still the post?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get that. Sharing. Sharing is paused. Bring your shared window to the front. How do I do that? Resume share. Is that now?
No.
Really? All right, hold on. Let me do stop share and then try it again. Share screen. Now?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's close enough you guys could see it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is going to seem a little bit like not make sense right now, but I'm going to walk us through it. All right, so this is just a month. It's not any month in particular. I just did a 5-week with Sunday through Saturday. And so again, in conjunction with the business activity tracker and our posting, we thought if we had a schedule of when to do things so that we were posting at the right times for when we had things come up. So let's start at the end of the month here, just because I think it might make more sense. So pretend this is up here. So like the Wednesday of, let's pretend we're talking January, right? So let's pretend the last Wednesday in January, FCEG means a free, clean eating group. And so what we're trying to play around with, and I think this is a great idea, is to start running 2 groups a month. One free one, which could be anything. It could be a squat challenge, a plank challenge, a clean eating challenge, a water challenge, anything we want. For purposes of our chart, we're talking clean eating. A lot of people like that. Can't you tell by how many sign up?
So you're saying that that will just be a week though, right? Not.
Yeah, so follow me through here. So I color coded it. So we're going to promote this free group 3 times, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of the end of the month, okay? Because we're going to start the group the beginning of every month. So we would promote it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You could promote it on your like page, on your personal page, on your Instagram, wherever you do. You know, maybe here you do Instagram and your like page. Maybe here's your same too. Oh, shoot. And then here is where you could do it to your personal wall, however you want, but you're going to be promoting this time. Saturday is when you're going to add the people in. So now you have people who want in, and now it goes to the new month. Okay, so here's where we are. Does that make sense so far, what I'm doing? Okay.
Yeah.
So now Sunday is when you're going to start this group. You're going to post the meal plans. You're going to do your shopping list and have recipes all in the group, just like we do any challenge group. We get it all ready. Everyone's added in. You add them in here. You start it here, and then it actually kicks off on Monday. So you start the free clean eating group, and that goes this week. I was trying to do another. I forgot to put this in. I'll put it in. So the blue goes all the way here, and ends on Friday. I'll clean that up a little bit so that flows better. But so that's happening there. Okay, that's when the actual group is happening. Now stay with me. While that's happening, now we're going to this pretty green color. We're going to start promoting the Beachbody challenge group, which is our regular paid one, the one we're used to. We're going to start promoting that on Tuesday while this is going on simultaneously on our regular pages, however we would promote it. And let me just add in here, this is not in place of doing our 3 to 5 invites a day. This is just our social media stuff, okay? So you're still doing your separate invites, but this is just your social media stuff, okay? So you're promoting it and you're promoting it. Then in this free clean eating group, in the group, you're going to post a flyer about it, because now you already have people who are interested in nutrition and wellness. So why not? They should be your first people that you tell about, right? Because they already, sort of like our leads or Beachbody leads, they already have a vested interest in the category of fitness, health, nutrition. So you're going to post it to that group, and then also share your event. So part of promoting it here is going to be creating an event for the group. Make sense? Tell me.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, creating an event for the group.
Like how we do an event page. Like we made an event for this meeting. We make an event for
the regular challenge group?
Facebook event.
Yeah, I know that. But what are you promoting? You're promoting the new challenge group that's starting on the 3rd week?
Yes. So I'm promoting that by doing a post on Tuesday, a post on Wednesday, creating an event, creating a Facebook event and adding people in it. Does that?
Yeah, okay.
And then like Thursday, as this group is winding down, I'm advertising for it in this group. And in it, I'm sharing with them the details about it. It's a 30-day group. We will do everything from home. Okay, so you're advertising it in this group to these people. You're also asking them during the course of the week, like on a Tuesday and Wednesday, like, what are your plans after this 5 days? Like, how are you going to stick with this? How are you going to add in any fitness, any other thoughts? Like, how are you going to maintain this? So you're like sort of spoon feeding them a little bit to get them towards like, hey, you're already doing part of it. I offer something else with a little more, that why not give that a shot? Because the hopes is then you get some people from this group and get Success Club points from these people earlier, you know? So let's just say you got even just 2 Success Club points out of this. You know what I mean? Before you even get here. Is everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Laura, does this make sense from what we were talking about yesterday? Am I missing anything?
I don't know.
Am I explaining it well, like as to how we were speaking?
I think so.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The free clean eating, like we're doing that on our own, right? It's not like,
Well, no,
matching.
not necessarily. That's a good question. So like Laura just posted one the other day. I posted one a couple of weeks ago. Nobody responded except for Laura. So then I saw Laura Castillo said something to you, and I forgot she did mention something to me. So here's the thing. I think we should all do this, and then let's see. Like if we all only get 1 or 2 people, we could have one of us run it. You know, why should we all do it? Once we get big enough that we all need our own, then yes. But Teresa, if you get 1 person, I get 1 person, Laura gets 1 or 2, then
So we all promoted ourselves individually.
let's all promote it. Let's get a tally at the end.
Okay.
And then we could work together. So maybe you and I run it, Teresa, and then maybe somebody else runs the real group, whatever. We can play around with that.
Okay.
Laura, when did you have your start date for yours?
It's for next Monday.
Or next Monday? Okay.
So she's not following this yet, obviously. This was all prior. But I'm just thinking long term, if we have a strategy like this. By the way, we got this from Anita Myron's website. Like I've been trying to figure out, because I've been feeling like I needed this for a long time and couldn't get a handle on what that would look like. So I kept watching hers over and over. And it makes a lot of sense. So I think, okay, so getting back, yeah, so we run a free clean eating group. We actually have a lot of stuff is already out there for us to use. We don't even need to recreate the wheel. We have a free clean eating group that's available to us, like with the posts and everything and the recipes. So getting back to that, you promote it down here at the end of the month. So Wednesday, the last Wednesday of January, we should all be promoting something, you know, and if we want, no, I don't want to make it bigger. All right. So we all promote it. We figure out how many we have. We can coordinate via coach team resilience, figure out how many we have. And if we want to co-run it, get them through it. It goes till Friday. During that time, tell them about our regular group, whatever way you want. Personal message them, but without doubt, have a general flyer in the group. Like it could be like a what's next. Okay, what are you going to do next? By the way, I'm running this. This would be a great segue for you. And so that's that. Then down here in the orange, I'm not quite sure how I see facilitating this yet, but we thought a sneak peek. And now I know David we used to do an open house 5 days, and then we tried just a 1 hour or 2 hour. And so I think we have to fine tune this yet. But my point is, I thought that's another piece that we're missing, that we aren't, or I'm not consistently considering in my month. And the sneak peek is really for those, really anybody that you can see having any interest whatsoever in this. And so in the business. whether they just lost a job, whether they just had a baby and don't want to go back to work, whether they have a passion for health and fitness, whatever the case may be. So these aren't necessarily people in our challenge groups, because as of now, we're getting them through turning into a coach at that point. Shoot, I'm going to lose this. Hold on. I'm not going to have time to upgrade this. Guys, if I lose this, will you just dial back in real quick? I know that's pathetic, but I'm not going to have time to do this. Let's just do that real quick. I'm going to just be 5 more minutes, not even. Let's hang up and dial back into that number. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in a minute.
You need to close it, Gina.
I am ending meeting.